Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more My Next Life as a Villainess, continuing Silva's route. I hope I said Silva's route last time, because now my brain feels like I said Razi's route. Whatever, it's our thruple route, you know, we're just on a day with Silva. Anyway, we were going out trying to find Maria. So, I leave a note for Razi and the others before heading into town with Silva. People are rushing everywhere, and I don't know where to start. I smell gunpowder from all over the place, a chilling reminder that a riot really is occurring here. What should I do? Maria's going to get experimented on by Rigardwell. Silva said that he was drugged and tortured by him. I can't stand the thought that Maria could go through the same. Silva, do you have any idea where Rigardwell might be?
I did have my men attack the locations we thought seemed likely, but we haven't found him yet. We're hitting every place he might be hiding.
What about the place where he had you?
No, that laboratory should have been demolished. There'd be no point in checking it now. Wait. Knowing him, it's possible he might go back. We're out of alternatives anyway. Alright, let's head to the laboratory ruins.
Right. We run as fast as we can. Heading out of town, we arrive at a gloomy forest, which looks surprisingly like the forest on that island. I think we're being bamboozled by Quid here. Silva touches a tree as he walks past them. Touches the trees as he walks past them. Wow, I can read, I swear. And the answer to that is I can't. He glances around as if he's looking for something. After a while, he stops.
It's around here.
Here? I don't see any ruined structures.
The facility was originally underground, so it could be kept out of sight. It should be caved in, but the entrance was around here. Just as expected, there are traces of people coming and going. Hey, Rigardwell, I know you're in there!
Silva glares into the darkness. We hear footsteps echoing eerily from beyond, unless Rigardwell gets a sprite, and then maybe he's the secret, Really? Why does he look like a Muppet? I'm sorry. First of all, I expected him to be older, not, basically their age. But also, he looks like a fucking Muppet. Why does he look like he doesn't belong in this game? I mean, Anyway. Silva! I'm so glad you could make it. But you know what I mean? There's just something about him that looks, half-baked. They kind of were gonna draw him, and then they were they kind of did a really decent sketch, but they didn't do the final draft. You know what I mean? They were he's that middle grade. We did a rough sketch, and then we kind of finalized, and this is what we want the character to be, but we didn't do the final version for the game. We just left him as that, precursor, because he just doesn't... I mean, to be fair, their noses aren't really pronounced or anything, but for some, Rigardwell's nose just looks like he just doesn't... I don't know what it is. Why does he look like he doesn't belong here? Anyway. Look at him! It's really not much different art style, but there is just something about him that looks like a fucking Muppet, and there really is no difference. He looks just like everybody else, but something about him is just off. Don't know what it is. Although you are wearing a fabulous purple suit. I do like your outfit, though. It's purple. My favorite color. And look, listen, suit sexual, okay? I like the suit, sweetie, but... The voice in the darkness makes Silva tense immediately. But then that means poor Duke Lindgren didn't get, a little aside, and we're probably gonna get, a side story from this bastard? That's not fair. Anyway. His eyes are glowing violet.
Damn you, Rigardwell. You were here all along.
They literally looked the same age. So the person experimenting on you was barely older than you? You know what this is just... I feel a little more what the fuck is happening? than all of Nickel's route with the weird-ass fucking witch that came out of nowhere. That feels more in place with this game than this bastard. What? Why are you like 25? Like, you know what I mean? Okay. He can't be in his 30s because they would have put tons of lines and wrinkles and basically made him look like he was dead. Because that's anime logic. But like, you know what I'm saying? Even Frederick kind of looked like he was older. And not like, oh, they drew him old. Like, Set's old. I expected Rigardwell to be closer to Set's age. Or if you were going to make him still be young, like, give him an air about him. Like, if you told me Frederick was like 25, I'd be like, what? He just has something about him that just seems like, you know, if they were like, oh, he's 30 something. Yeah, okay. I believe it. You know what I mean? But Rigardwell literally looks like 25, max. So you're telling me when you were a child was because there's, or is he doing, like, listen, what kind of experimentation was he doing on himself to keep himself young? Because he doesn't need to do crazy experiments. He could just market that shit. We'll all buy it. I'm just saying. Like, what the fuck? Plastic surgery could never, sweetie. Jesus. Huh? That's Rigardwell? The man before us is much younger than expected. Okay, she's just as confused. He was arrested for inhumane experiments 8 years ago, so I was expecting a nasty-looking old man.
How dare you show yourself here again?
Silva jumps with a speed reminiscent of a wild beast. Silva draws his sword midair, swinging it directly at Rigardwell. However... What? Silva seems to be knocked back by something and lands back on the ground. So does he have, like, magical abilities and he, like, just doesn't age now? I look at his face. His expression is fierce. His eyes are focused on the darkness around Rigardwell. We can use Earth Bomb to knock Rigardwell off his block and give us an edge. I'm just saying. It worked once before, didn't it? Or did that get us killed? I don't remember, but whatever! Caution of the wind! Let's try it! At that moment, a sliver of moonlight shines through the clouds and illuminates Rigardwell's surroundings. Around him are several boys carrying knives. They're children! They look empty, like porcelain dolls. Just the sight of them gives me chills, like the kid that tried to poison me, so now we know.
Seems you haven't given up on that disgusting reinforcement.
Rigardwell have ties with the church? I'm just asking for reasons. Also, his name is Dirk. I kind of forgot about that until they put it up here. So, like, yeah, could you have a douchier name? Like, this is the pursuit of strength and beauty. That's the highest virtue to me. Reinforcement? And these are the reinforced humans that Rozzy mentioned?
Yeah, you saw how they deflected my sword. Despite how they look, they have freakish strength.
But they don't look like strong children. I remember the way Silva swatted down the Sangrid pirates with ease. His strength is no joke. It's hard to believe these boys were able to deflect his attack. If anything, they all look so fragile. It may just be part of Rigardwell's plan, but they're pretty innocent looking. Nothing about them looks strong. The surprise continues as Rigardwell smiles and applauds. Of course, I'm rather proud of every weapon here. They shine almost as beautifully as me, no? Alright, sir, I'm gonna give you points for that kind of sass. They're almost as pretty as I am! You know, you're an ass, but I appreciate the sass. He said that with a straight face. No, he doesn't have a straight... But again, look at the look on his face. He looks like a Muppet. Doesn't he literally... He looks like a Jim Henson Muppet. You know the Muppets that are supposed to look like people? They're like people Muppets? Not like monster Muppets? Not like Grover and shit? You know, like the Muppet that does the news? You know what I mean? Like, he looks like he's one of them. They were like, and instead of making him orange, let's make him peachy toned. So, like, whatever. But it literally looks like he rolled out of the Jim Henson Creature Shop. Like, I don't know how to process this. Like, I don't hate it. Like, I'm not like, I hate this. But it's so bafflingly weird because it's like, Rigardwell is literally, like, Okay, it's like you have this game, right? And then you have Jim Henson Muppets, and someone went, "What happens if we did a My Next Life as a Villainous Muppet crossover?" And then they made Rigardwell into a Muppet, but then took his Muppet form and drew it in the game art style. And that's what we have. Like, and I just, and if you didn't see it before, I don't think you can unsee it now. Look at him. Why does he look like a Muppet? I don't. Forever baffled by this Muppet man, but okay. Like, also, like, that's rude to Muppets, because, like, he's a douche, and Muppets are kind of awesome. So, like, even the little Yip Yip monsters, they used to terrify me as a child. I don't know why. When they came on Sesame Street, I was like, I was scared. They scared me. But now it's like, I don't know how I can be scared by them. They're adorable and stupid. Like, you know, but anyway, I'm slightly disturbed here. He sounds so full of himself, it gives me the creeps. Not the fact that he looks like a 2D Muppet, like art. Anyway, sure. Whoops, whoops, whoops. No, okay. Okay, I just want to. Okay, I don't want it to be all skip. Riggerville places a hand upon one of the boy's shoulders, a proud glint in his eyes. Superior form, superior strength. These children have it all. They embody my ideals, and yet something is lacking. Even the way he moves his mouth. Look at the way he flaps his gums. He has no teeth. The man has no teeth. He's so fucking a Muppet. An elegant fierceness like that of a wild wolf. Pride, freedom. Like, see, like, we have teeth. It's not like the characters don't have teeth. Silva has teeth. We saw his little fangs. This guy has no teeth. That's a Muppet if I ever saw one. Like, seriously, you can't unsee it now. He is literally the My Next Life as a Villainous 2D art style Muppet form of him. So, like, you saw the circle. You see how I got there, and it makes too much goddamn sense, and it's uncanny and weird. Okay, Silva, I'm gonna need you to kill this man because it's getting weird now. Yes, it is the strength and beauty you have, Silva. Even after all these long 8 years, I did not once come across a beauty like yours. I've always been waiting for you, Silva. Okay, then now you're getting a little, like, creepy and weird. No wonder why Silva kind of rejects Rozzie's affections. Because, like, you sound a little pervy, bro. Okay, this is the first time he's actually looked normal and not like a Muppet. Okay? This, like, sad face is like, okay, please just keep this one on so you don't look like a Muppet. Your plan was to lure me here. This location is so very important to you and me. Amidst the rioting, I was sure a simple kidnapping would lead you to me. I waited in this putrid forest, filled with disgusting bugs and snakes, all to see you once more, Silva. Like, creepy ex-girlfriend over here, Silva. Jesus. Wow. Wow is right. You disgust me. It's hard to describe how disturbing this is. I understand why Silva would have nightmares about him. I missed you so much I came all the way back to the capital, only to find out you were at sea. Oh, what a disappointment. I knew the Premier's plan might fail, but I couldn't risk that, so I enlisted the Sangrid Pirates. I'm impressed you triumphed, Silva. You were the one that paid off the Sangrid! All I did was let slip when the ship would be passing by, and suggested I would pay their asking price for Sorcier nobles. Calling it paying off is so uncouth. They're an excellent business partner, one that provides me with plenty of cheap, low-quality materials to experiment on. Low-quality materials? I have to assume he's talking about people they kidnapped. The way Rigardwell talks makes it obvious he doesn't even view them as human. It drives home that he really is the mastermind. I was gonna go with it drives home he really is fucking insane. That's what happens when you have fluff for brains. You either become, like, psychotic like this or adorable fluff like Winnie the Pooh, but this is like a Muppet that went to the dark side. I can't. And I was very interested in the magic users of Sorcier. I couldn't just let them escape. Sorcier's magic users. That's right! Where's Maria? Ah, the one with the rare magic is asleep. Her face isn't really to my liking, but with light magic as rare as it is, I cannot afford to be too picky. Yeah, her face isn't really to my liking. I prefer men with blue eyes. That's why he was kidnapping blue-eyed androgynous men. I feel like there's a dark underlayer to this story that I'm only inferring, that I felt like they were meant to infer, and I don't think I'm wrong to have inferred it. It's a little like, what were you... Silva, sweetie, we're gonna get you therapy. It's okay. How dare you do that to Maria? Give her back at once! I almost jump at him, but Silva grabs me by the arm.
Dummy, don't go rushing him without thinking. Do you want to get captured too?
I'm not his type. Oh no, I have no need for that one. Her personality and looks are both displeasing. Besides, she has hardly any magic. My person... You... How dare you? I will only take that kind of attitude from Frederick! Because we can change him. We could have changed him. Seriously. Like, you know what I mean? But you! What the fuck? Like, this is... What is happening here? This is just proof that you don't belong in this game, sir. You don't belong here. Because everybody that sees me is in love with me. Even Frederick. He may act and put up a front, but he is secretly deep down like, I hate you because I want you. Because everybody wants me. Even the women in this game. Everybody is ready to throw themselves at me. So, like, I don't care. Like, listen. Don't give me that shit. I mean, yeah, I know I'm not really your... In reality, I'm not your type because I'm pretty sure you're interested in pretty men. You and me both, girlfriend. But, like, I don't think that matters in the scheme of this game. I make all the women lesbians and all the men straight, regardless. That's how it works here, okay? Which is kind of fucked up if you think about it. But, like, so you not being interested in me does not... You are more out of place than the witch. What is happening? I'm on drugs, okay? I'm clearly taking something. This is a fever dream. This is not even real. This is really funny that he's more out of place than the crazy witch subplot, which made no sense whatsoever. But this man makes less sense than a necklace that was possessed by a witch. Seriously. Because everybody falls in love with me. How do you not love me? Well, I don't understand this. This does not compute. I can't do the math. We're gonna have to kill him. I don't want this man to be in love with me, trust me. Gross. And I also want to hurt him for all of the hurt that he did to Silva. Where's Rosie? We're gonna defend our boyfriend. But... What?
You even investigated Katarina's magic.
Of course. I've dispatched my most useful children to seek out any and all potential magic users. There he is with his Muppet face again. You're after everyone else, too? Naturally. Ever since I obtained the Vinculum passenger list, I've been eyeing my favorites with anticipation. I'm sure my beloved children have captured them by now. Oh, no! At this rate, everyone in town is in danger. We need to kill this man. I look at Silva, trying to figure out what to do. He stands before me, sword drawn. See, okay, so I'm just going to throw this out there, and I'm going to sound like a psychopath. But in this world here... You know, oh, we banished him. No, I think you should have beheaded him. What the fuck were you thinking? Someone like this? No. Like, oh, Set? Okay, fine, put him in prison, whatever. This man is different. This is a whole other level of vile evil, and you should never have let him go. We stripped his lands and titles and sent him on his way. No. If by sent him on his way you meant we sent him to walk away while then we set up a firing squad to murder him brutally, yeah, sure, I'm with you. But you let him live. That was a problem. You should never have done that. We wouldn't have this plot and we wouldn't have met the Muppet Man, but I'm okay with that. I am okay with the fact that we need to go back in time and murder him. Seriously. Painfully. Can we? I don't feel guilty or wrong for being like, this fucker should have died. So I think we need to do that now. Like, let's not let him go. I He'll get better. No, we can fix Frederick. He's just angry, and his mom and his sisters were mean to him. Okay, this guy is just evil. Evil is understating it. There are evil people who are not as bad as this man, and that's an insult to those evil people. This man is something else. So, like, as much as I like Muppets, we're gonna have to erase him. Okay, that's all I'm saying. We can all agree, okay? Like, especially because he hurt Silva, and he's gonna hurt all my friends. And he's not in love with me, so, like, whatever. His list of crimes keeps growing. I don't want him to be in love with me, fair enough. But still, the rules of this world is everybody's in love with me. So, unless, okay, like, Ryle's totally in love with Liliana, so of course he's not going to be in love with me. The Duke is totally in love with his wife. Okay, that's fine. I accept that. But you, there's no reason why you're saying you're my face and myself don't do it. And excuse me? No. Friends will stab each other in the back to get all up in my skirts, so I don't buy this. You're gonna have to go. List of crimes, add it. Anyway, I look at Silva trying to figure out what to do. He stands before me, sword drawn. I already read that.
In any case, one thing is for certain. You cannot be allowed to roam free.
Right! Needs to die. Exactly. Right now, we have to rescue Maria and get back to everyone else.
How unfortunate, Silva. I thought you'd understand my ideals. Perhaps you mistakenly believe I'm a follower of the Premier. Ha! No way. I know you're just doing it for your own selfish reasons. You couldn't care less about either faction, am I wrong? Correct. You know me well, Silva. That's why you're my favorite.
Shut up. That's gross. Don't be gross, dude.
Oh, indeed. I'm neither in the Premier's nor the Loyalists' factions. And Norden had the gall to order me not to act carelessly. Yet he was the one captured. Well, I may as well do as I please then. He'll be satisfied so long as I produce results. It'd be quite the trouble were I to lose my source of funding. And the world he's building suits me just fine. So, Silva, I will be resisting with all of my might here. I won't let the world become into a place? Well, I won't let the world become a place where your kind runs rampant. It will be a true meritocracy. Wouldn't that be most fair? Hell no!
Silva jumps up yet again and swings his sword at a blinding speed. But the blade's stopped by the boys with knives. I can't believe they can stop his attacks. If these are what reinforced humans are like, then they're terrifying. The boys deflect Silva's sword and pounce on him all at once. Earth bump. The knives come swinging at him, but Silva vanishes in the next instant.
It looks like you're not fast enough. I never get hit by such slow attacks.
Maybe don't goad them, because he's going to get cut. I hear a whirring sound, and then the boy's knives are sent flying into the air. Or he's going to get stabbed because he jumps in to stop them from stabbing me, because if Riggenwell was smart, he'd be like, stab the girl. The boys flinch just slightly. Not letting the opening go to waste, Silva immediately closes the distance. Ah! Silva's careful not to harm them too much as he knocks them unconscious. Bringing his hand down in a chopping motion, he puts them to sleep one by one. They might be reinforced, but so is Silva. And he's still stronger.
It's time for you to sleep.
Yeah! Silva neutralizes all the boys around Rickardwell at a lightning speed.
As strong as ever, Silva. How splendid. I'm glad you've kept it honed despite your easy living.
Okay, I'm just saying, Rickardwell and Capucine are like best friends in the overarching universe of all Otome games. Okay? Like, when like all the Otome games meet, like if we're gonna take like a Wreck-It Ralph logic, right? We're like, oh, we just hang out afterward, and whatever in the like global Otome lounge. Those two are best fucking friends because they are both sick fucks. Okay, they're both just as fucking weird. One's over here getting up like, oh, you're so strong, I love it, I made you, and the other one's over there like, jeans are sexy. Yeah, no. So they're both They are both some seriously fucked humans. I did not expect to get Capucine 2.0. You're like the lesser version of him, don't get me wrong, Rigardwell. But, you know, you're like his protege and it's creepy. I'm overjoyed to see you've exceeded my expectations. You have grown, Silva. Yeah, he is totally fucking, like, he wants to, like, rub himself all over Silva. You can tell just by his blushing face. He's a little too into this. Why does he look so happy? Girl. That's why he's not interested in you, because you're not a man. He is gay as fuck. And in not the right way. Okay? Listen, sweetie! Actually, is it July now when you're watching this? It probably is. But it's June when I'm playing it. It is Pride Month, but you were doing it wrong. Okay? You were doing it wrong. We don't need you. Okay? We have Rozzy and Silva and their beautiful relationship. Don't ruin it, okay? Silva's handily winning the fight, but Riggerwell seems to be enjoying it. Yeah, he's a little weird. You disgusting creep! The last boy protecting Riggerwell's knocked unconscious by Silva. This is the end. Now prepare yourself. With no more protection, Silva jumps forward to Riggerwell. I feel like all he wants to be is run through by Silva's sword. In every imaginable way. He swings his sword down. The moment I think his blades pierced Riggerwell's body, I hear a bizarre sound reverberating. What? Silva realizes something and jumps backward. The sword in his hand has been snapped in half. Oh, Riggerwell. Well, wouldn't be surprised he did experiments on himself. You know what I mean? Because that's why he looks so young. Huh? How? Riggerwell holds the other end of the sword in his fist. Yeah, he's strong. What the hell? Oh, please, Silva. You know I'd do anything to realize my ideals. Riggerwell's smile glitters as he snaps the blade in half again. That's why I'll show you, for I am my own masterpiece. Oh, well, what is it? He got rid of his... and he... Riggerwell suddenly slips away his glove to reveal something horrifying on his skin. Oh, to reveal something horrifying. On his skin are lines which look like blood vessels. Can't really tell on his hands. You can tell on his face, though. Hey, his face, too. Okay, because, like... You applied reinforcements to yourself. All for the pursuit of strength and beauty. That is what I strive for. Yeah, that also would explain, like, his inability to age, basically. You don't look beautiful at all. You don't understand a thing! Magic users aren't bad, but I believe it's pure physical strength that's truly beautiful. That's why I will solve the secret behind your strength and become the best self I can be. Silva, I will have you lose. Riggerwell stomps the ground, then leaps at Silva. Memory scenario! Chasing the ideal. Okay, so the side one we get is Riggerwell because, yeah. Really, I really would have thought it would have been the Duke having a little aside about how much he loves Silva like a son, but sure. Ah, such a beautiful face. It's beyond words. I've always said since time immemorial. However, no one around me understood this beauty. The Riggerwell family had always revered strength. They considered those who endured the way of the sword superior to all. I too understood the worth and strength, but I found their methods, the sweat and training, lacked beauty. My family, as they were, would often look down upon me as weak. Dirk's puny, his muscles are tiny, and even worse, he lacks guts and refuses to train. How can he bear to call himself a Riggerwell man? Do you see how he spends all day before the mirror? Creepy, is it not? How could our heir end up so spineless? Like, listen. Okay. I'm gonna feel for you for a minute because your family was, like, being rude to you just because you wanted to be pretty. You know? And maybe they were homophobic. But, like, it doesn't mean that you go out and human experiment, okay? Like, I'm gonna need you to stop. I'll feel bad for your family being bullies and assholes. But that's as far as it goes, sir. We have no choice. He's our only child. But to think we'd birth such a twig! I cannot believe it. I don't really know if his mother said that, but to me, you're the unbelievable ones. My father was a muscular, bearded man. Ugly. I had to listen to my uncle call the scars on his face medals of honor. Ugly. Everyone in the Riggerdwell family was ugly. My aesthetic consciousness rejected them, and they rejected my sense of beauty. If they believed that strength is everything in this world, then I need to be both strong and beautiful. It was like a sign from heaven. The moment I realized that, I knew it was my destiny. Yeah, no, okay, he's crazy. He's always been crazy. Why, yes, that's it. If I can find a way to rebuild my body, I can be both beautiful and strong. I will become the perfect human being. And so began my research into gaining strength while maintaining beauty. In my academic days, I worked in secret, but once I took over the family, I began in full. It was not long after that I began my human experimentation. My goal was to create reinforced humans, to remodel them. Ugh. No, please, stop! Ow, it hurts! Another failure, I suppose. I desired to create the perfect human, but such a lofty goal was by no means an easy task. Inevitably, I ruined many bodies in the process. Progress requires sacrifice, but as I continued to build and destroy, I felt like I was building a crumbling sandcastle. And then I found Silva. I was perusing the black market for a new material and stopped before Silva in a cage. Oh, poor Silva got the cage. I want to be jealous, but it's not the good kind of cage, okay? It's the bad kind of cage. Although he was trapped, his eyes burnt with ferocious pride. He reminded me of a wild beast, wounded but proud. Yeah, this guy's seriously fucked. And those eyes, a dimly lit purple, they were nothing but beautiful. When the merchant told me more about the boy, I grew only more certain he was my ideal. If I could use him in my research, I was sure to be beautiful and strong, to be perfect. Silva so piqued my interest that I immediately took him back to the laboratory. My work began to bear fruit. With Silva, I was able to produce new regimens from his data and test medicines others couldn't withstand. But one day, Silva, why did you run away from me? One day, during a brief distraction, Silva slipped from my sight and escaped the mansion. My ideal body left, going far, far away. No matter how hard we searched, we failed to find him. Then, the moment I resigned myself to starting anew, the Royal Knights arrived. The Lindgrens accused me of human experimentation. Rightfully so. My research came to light. It must be Silva. I had no proof, but a hunch was enough. After he escaped, Silva lived competently enough, and managed to win Duke Lindgren over to his side. Truly, he was an ideal specimen. I needed him no matter the cost. But heedless of my burning desire, brutal reality forced me to flee quid before I was seized and taken away. I still had not obtained the beautiful, strong, perfect self I desired. I refused to be captured. But the obstacles were many. The border was under heavy guard. The Royal Knights had, no doubt, raided my laboratory. I had my research materials, yes, but nowhere to go. And then my savior appeared. An unexpected figure. My greetings, Lord Riggerdwell. I was rather shocked to discover you were interested in such awful research. I don't remember Set's voice, it's not right, but whatever. It was the Premier, Set Norton. Just as I was about to flee, he appeared before me, holding research papers I had left behind. So the Premier caught me, rather than the Royal Knights. I resigned myself to my fate, but Set only reached out a hand with a smile. I've looked through the details. It's all quite impressive, and you managed all of this on your own. Truly remarkable. What? It would be a shame to lose such a brilliant mind like this. I'm here to aid in your escape. Furthermore, I will even support your endeavors to continue your work overseas. No need to worry. You may do as you always have. It was too good to be true. I thought it may well be a trap. Holding my life's work in my arms, I took a step back, prepared to flee at any moment. And what, might I ask, would you stand to gain here? I seek military might, an undefeatable army with unflinching loyalty. I could hardly care if they're abnormal. Indeed, your reinforced humans are exactly what I want. So in time, I would have you mass-produce these creations of yours in order to assist me in my goals. That's all I ask of you. To be frank, there's something that I desire to destroy. That dark, dusky smile was enough to tell me intuitively of his true intentions. I realized that we were birds of the same feather. No further explanation was needed. This man, too, harbored an outrageous ambition not to be spoken aloud. Okay. I think this is quite the deal. You'll secure yourself a place to research without worry for pursuers or money. And I'll finally see my goals realized with the help of your findings. What do you say, Dirk Riggardwell? Won't you assist me? The Premier's hand remained extended toward me, and I took it in my own, as if closing a deal. I couldn't ask for more, Your Excellency. And so I joined hands with the Premier and focused the next years of my life on research. With his financial support, I made dramatic progress. In a few years' time, I came close to realizing my long-held desire. But the closer I came, the more I knew for sure. I needed that boy with extraordinary strength and beauty alike. I needed Silva. I agree, I need Silva too. I mean, I get you there, but hands off my boyfriend! The Duke and I are gonna kick your ass. Okay, well, not like the real Duke, I mean the future one. You know what I mean when I say that. For the moment he becomes mine is the moment my dreams will come true. As though by fate the Premier sent for me, with the long-awaited scheme finally coming to fruition. He wanted me to return to Quid. I hope I can meet him again in Quid, that Silva. If I did, I could perhaps truly achieve my goal with his body as the base. The perfect, beautiful, and strong Dirk Riggardwell. What are you gonna do, slip your consciousness into him somehow? Because that's creepy. It's time, my dear puppets. We're returning to Quid. And so I departed the laboratory with the results of my last few years of research. Then, for the first time in 8 years, I set foot again upon the soil of my homeland. All for completing my ideal, my one desire. I mean, this is like, he is way more into Silva than Rozzy and I combined, which is saying a lot. Riggardwell stomps the ground, then leaps at Silva. That sounded so... It was not a Silva, but my brain couldn't process who was supposed to be screaming. Oh my god, anyway. Silva takes a punch from Riggardwell and is pushed back. Riggardwell looks like a frail young man, but apparently has a lot of power. Okay, we are gonna either trip him with the earth or throw a snake in his face. That's our MO. After you ran away from me, I finally understood. I, too, must become strong. You certainly became more annoying. What do I do? Riggardwell's pushing Silva back, little by little. Riggardwell raises his fist, battering Silva's arms and shoulders. I have to help him, but all I can do is earth bump. If I cast it right now, I get the feeling it would just get in Silva's way. That sounds like don't do it. In that case... I know! I'll use the precision I trained from throwing toy snakes! What did I fucking say? Our MO is, standing here doing nothing, throwing snakes, or using a tiny little earth bump. That's it. That's what it always comes down to. I grab a nearby stone and throw it with all my might at Riggardwell. Ha! He's like, ow, was that a gnat? Yes, I hit him! I'm surprised we didn't have a choice. Stone hits Riggardwell in the forehead, causing him to flinch. Silva takes advantage of the pause and jumps away. He wipes blood from his mouth with the back of his fist and grins. Thanks, Katerina. I've got some distance now. got some distance. And what do you intend to do next? When you come into attack, I'll just beat you down again.
That exchange just now told me all I need to know. You're no match for me.
What?
This is how you fight.
Silva lowers his stance and rushes toward Rigardwell even faster than before. Ah! I can't see anything! Silva's attacks are so fast I can't even make sense of them. This is it! The same pain I felt when you first escaped my clutches. You're as quick as ever. Agile movements like a wolf in the night, violet eyes that pierce through the dark. Silva, you truly are the greatest. I feel like Rigardwell is just his intensity and his crazy is really what I feel inside when my favorite love interest is on. Like, yes! God, I love you so much. I feel so, I hate that he is reminiscent of the crazy. His okay, I don't human experiment, and that's a lot, but like just his obsession and his like fangirling right now, I vibe with that, unfortunately. I hate to say. It's like, yeah, no, I get it. I get the like screaming inside, like, oh God, I love you so much. Why are you so precious? Like the fawning and the flailing and the passing out and the just the complete fangirling isn't even intense enough of a word for what we do inside. And Rigardwell is basically just that, but also psychotic on top of it. So, you know, I can't fault his fangirling, I guess. With you and that light magic user, I can create my own ideal self. Now, come back to me. Rigardwell's eyes glitter in reaction to Silva's attacks. Silva, glaring, jumps back once more. Yeah, this is the way to win with Silva, is just like be falling all over him, because like he's like, listen, if Rozzy and I do it, he's probably fine, because we do it out of a place of like adoration and protection and comforting and whatever, and we adore him. But like, you're creepy and weird when you do it. I know I'm creepy and weird when I fangirl on the inside, but that's why I do it on the inside. You gotta put up a front, Rigardwell, Jesus! A dark silhouette shoots through the forest.
I'm not the same as I was then.
Yeah, it's been 8 years.
I'm not the same Silva that could do nothing but run from you.
Silva's punches and kicks come from all directions, yet Rigardwell remains standing. The attacks aren't working? Even while taking Silva's attacks, he continues to smile. Seems his body really is reinforced. Alright, it's time for Earth Bump now. Silva, is that the best you can do? You can't reach perfection without me. Yeah, he can. I'm standing over here. Jesus. Rude. Now give your body to me. Return to me, Silva. Yeah, I mean, I want to say these exact things, but not in that creepy way. Maybe a little creepy. Not this creepy. Just half this creepy. Yeah. Rigardwell's fist digs into Silva's arm. I hear a painful thud and Silva staggers, but he dodges the next attack just in the nick of time, leaping backwards. Are you running away? Yeah, from your creep. Rigardwell's punches come in from both sides, and Silva's just barely able to dodge them. I can see sweat dripping down his forehead. At this rate, Silva might lose, but just as I think that, he jumps up on a tree branch. Rigardwell tenses. What in the...
Seems you still haven't gotten over your habit of underestimating people.
I seriously do love the eye cut-ins like this. Like, it's great. Also, Silva's eyes are beautiful. What are you...
Strength is more than just your own body.
Silva leaps off the branch, and Rigardwell is pulled toward the tree trunk. I don't know what had happened, but Rigardwell and the tree are both tied all over with a thin wire. Huh? What happened?
I cast these wires everywhere in the dark and took advantage of his carelessness. And they're special wires made by Razian. He thought I was just running from his attacks. Well, fighting with hidden weapons is a skill I learned during my time playing around with the wise pirates.
Didn't notice at all. I thought Silva seemed to be jumping around excessively, but I never considered it could be to set up a trap. Silva, how dare you?
It's all thanks to these eyes you love so much. With them, setting up a trap like this is a cakewalk.
So, can I just ask, Silva, am I not allowed to tell you how much I adore you and your beautiful eyes? Is it going to be weird because of this guy?
No, I'll take it from you.
Okay, cool. He'll take it from me and Rosie.
Never mind that. Where's the light magic user? Cough it up!
That's right, Maria! Where's Maria?
Huh. Why ever would I tell you?
Because I will punch you in the nuts, motherfucker.
And then how about we experiment to see what breaks first? My fist or your face? I can go for as long as you like.
Silva, how could you say that? Such a barbaric method has no aesthetics at all, and you're concerned about how pretty you are, so.
Right. It's a pirate's way, rough and dirty. Sadly for you, that's how I do things.
Silva looks almost sadistic as he cracks his knuckles. Rickardwell just scoffs and looks away. I'll have you know that I'll not give in to violence. Pain is hardly suffering to me, and submitting to brute force is never beautiful. And even if you capture me, my little children will succeed in my place.
You bastard.
Besides, Silva, there's nothing beautiful in scrambling desperately to save someone else. This is how he acts after kidnapping Maria? Seeing him act so brazen after kidnapping my precious friend causes the anger to start bubbling up inside me. Not punch him! Punch him in the nuts, girl! Go up to him and knee him so fucking hard. Use your heel, I don't care. Crack those nuts. And Silva's like, Jesus Christ, I won't piss you off. And he keeps talking about not being beautiful when Maria is so cute. It's irritating for Rickardwell to decide that all on his own. In that case, I'll use something that Rickardwell hates to force him to confess where Maria is. Rickardwell just mentioned it. Just mentioned it earlier, not just mentioned it just earlier. Jesus. Fortunately, I have just that on me. I'm completely furious by this point, so I take it from my pocket. I hold it up high so that Rickardwell can see it, a snake. Tell me where Maria is now! Ah! Seeing what's in my hand, Rickardwell's face grows pale. Snakes are cute, though. Like, look, that's actually cute! Stop it. The thing I'm holding is my master-crafted toy snake, identical to the real thing. I really thought the choice was going to come throw, earth bump, whatever. We usually get that choice. We got nothing here, so okay. It took years of hard work to perfect it through trial and error. I needed it back then to avoid my doom in the Jordo route. How's that? He just mentioned finding bugs and snakes dirty. Rickardwell will definitely hate this. That's true. He did say that about the... Okay. As expected, his face is stilted and filled with fear. Stop! Get that ugly thing away from me! If you don't want it coming even closer, then tell us where Maria is! Or I'm gonna put my face all up against yours! Gonna rub my body all over you. Yeah, they're like veins popping out, they're not like red marks, they're like lumpy veins. Like, that's creepy. I hold the toy snake and approach one step at a time. I made it so realistic, he must think it's a real snake right now. Tremble in fear! Fine, I'll tell you, so put that thing away! Where is Maria? In a hole inside laboratory ruins. Inside a hole in the lab ruins? Where is that? In any case, now we know where Maria is. I put this toy snake back in my pocket as promised and began searching for holes in the laboratory ruins. I have to rescue Maria right away. Ugh, it's too dark to see. I push through the thick brush trying to spot any holes, but in the darkness I end up cutting my finger on a thorn instead. Ow! Hey, Katarina, are you alright? Oh, I'm fine, I just cut my finger a little. And don't scare me like that. Silva, who had run over, appears relieved. At that moment, I feel a chill from behind. Ah, I see. I thought it was strange, but I finally understand. Huh? Is he free now? I turn around, feeling that something is off. Rickardwell cackles despite being tied to the tree. Okay, no, he's tied to the tree. It's just they didn't make him look like he was tied. I knew it was strange that Silva would develop such an ugly way of thinking, desperate to save some girl. But I finally understand.
It's all your fault, Katarina Clays.
Yeah, it is, actually. Huh? I don't know what you're talking about. Whatever the reason, this feels strange. Cold sweat pricks my neck, and I look back away, Then his smile vanishes, his eyes wide.
Silva would never use such a soft tone of voice. It's because he has someone who would use even horrid snakes at his side. If you're gone, Silva will return. Give me back the proud, cruel, and beautiful Silva.
I hear a creaking sound and the twigs start to fall from above. The creaks turn into snapping. Rigardwell's tearing the whole tree from the roots. Poor tree, it didn't do anything.
Katarina!
Rigardwell starts running toward me, the tree pulled out, still strapped to his back with the wire. I mean, like, fuck, bro's strong. I mean, like, we knew, but also, like, damn. His fierce expression makes me... Run to Silva, move on instinct, freeze in place. Okay, freeze in place sounds like the bad option. Hold on, wait. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Hold on. We have to save here. We usually have to save where there's a 3-spotter. Okay, we already... Okay. Yep. Okay. So, freeze in place sounds like dead end. Move on instinct... Well, we did mention something about our instinct earlier in the game, right? Yeah, I'm going to use my instinct, whatever. So that, I think, could lead to... I feel like Run to Silva is the right answer. Move on instinct could also be, like, what leads us to the good path. Because this, I think, is the choice that goes... Like, well, freeze in place sounds like the bad ending. No, move on instinct. Okay. Move on instinct. All right. Eat this! Ugh! I have years of toy snake throwing training. My toy snake strikes Riggerwell right in the face. He flinches and backs away. Silva uses that opening to kick him from the side, so running to Silva's probably gets the good ending. Alright, I can see what they did there, like, because we talked about our instinct and everything like that, and then moving on instinct, we defend ourselves, and that's a little more impressive to Silva than just, like, running and being a damsel in distress for him, you know? Everybody else would have preferred the damsel in distress, so, you know, fair. Anyway.
Now stay down!
Silva's kick knocks Rigardwell over. I hear a loud thump and find Rigardwell stuck beneath the tree trunk. Crushed under the weight of the tree, Rigardwell finally loses consciousness. Well, that's good. Too bad he's not dead.
You made it in time. You got a lot of guts throwing that toy in the moment like that, Katarina.
Silva looks at me, full of surprise. When I see Silva's face, I can feel the tension fade. Suddenly, my knees feel weak. I'm saved. Hey, Katarina! I plop down on the ground and Silva runs over. Checking on me, he peers into my face.
Are you alright? Are you hurt?
Yeah. I'm about to ask Silva the same, but he embraces me before I can.
Thank goodness you're safe.
Silva holds me tightly. He's so strong that it's hard to breathe. Wait. Due to the fight earlier, Silva's heart is racing. With my face buried in his chest, his heartbeat makes me restless. Listening to that sound makes my own heart beat faster.
You seem rather docile. Are you sure you're not hurt?
Silva loosens his grip to get a better look at my face. Seeing his beautiful visage up so close, makes the blood rush to my cheeks. Wait, what is this? I thought I built quite the tolerance from Nickel, Jordo, and my other friends, yet his intense gaze now makes me shiver. I'm tongue-tied and can only nod, and then I feel my body being pulled away. No. Of course. We were having a moment, and then here comes Jordo. The disappointment! The disappointment radiating off of me right now is like... I was so disappointed I couldn't even be like, God damn it, Jordo! And yell at him. I was like, you... Would you mind not carelessly touching my fiancé like that? Prince Jordo? I turn around in surprise to find Jordo there. Keith, Nickel, Alan, Rozzy, and the lingering soldiers are here as well. Sister, are you all right? The riots in town have calmed down, so we returned to the manor. But when we saw your note, we came as fast as we could.
I'm glad both of you are safe. Thanks to Silva's clues, we were able to find you.
Huh? Silva, you left something?
Well, something like that. We had no idea what might happen, so I marked our way with the stuff Rozzy gave me.
Silva pulls a bottle from his pocket. Inside is a white-colored powder. You were just leaving trails of cocaine behind you? What's that?
It's a special sort of chemical that glows when you shine a lantern on it.
You left glow-in-the-dark powder, but you know what? This is why I love you two fucks. Because Rozzy's like, I invented glow-in-the-dark powder. I'm here for this! I love shit that glows in the dark! Can we cover ourselves in it? I had no idea he was doing that. I can't wait till Rozzy invents glitter. Speaking of, I did wonder why he kept touching the trees as we moved. Who could have guessed he was leaving a trail? And what is this? Keith and the others find Rickardwell in the tree trunk on the ground. Did you manage to capture the perpetrator? A lot happened, and I don't know where to start. That's right, Maria! We have to find Maria! I stand up immediately and start looking for the hole in the laboratory ruins that Rickardwell mentioned earlier. After desperately searching in the darkness, I finally find Maria unconscious. Maria! I try and shake Maria by her shoulders until she slowly opens her eyes. Lady Katerina? Maria, I'm so glad you're safe! I softly hug her and Maria cries out a little in surprise. Lady Katerina, what is this? Maria, you were kidnapped by Rickardwell. Are you alright? Did he do anything to you? Oh, yes. I remember a handkerchief over my mouth and then losing consciousness.
It appears to be the same drug that was used on Lord Keith. Do you feel any nausea?
I think I'm alright. That's great. At a glance, she seems uninjured. It's quite a relief.
In any case, if the mastermind Rickardwell's been captured, I dare say the missing persons case is finally resolved.
By the way, are Mary and Sophia alright? I ask, noticing their absence. Nickel nods. Yes, they're both safe. Thank goodness. I feel a fresh wave of relief. Rosie looks at Rickardwell before returning to Silva. I know that she said that, but Alan's supposed to be here, right? He has not. We haven't seen hide or hair of Alan in so fucking long.
What now? Silva, how do you propose we handle him? I think we should kill him. What now? That's up to you. You're the next Duke, after all. Alright then. First, let's take him away while he's still unconscious. Men, go and apprehend Rickardwell.
Yes, sir!
We'll also take the children with us. Other persons of interest, as Rickardwell's victims.
Silva's darkened gaze is directed at the unconscious boys. He must be remembering his own escape. Rosie turns back to him and smiles.
If it's over, then let's go home. You and me both.
Yeah. Silva looks slightly troubled and embarrassed as he takes Rosie's hand. See? They hold hands and everything. Just tell me this isn't the most romantic, beautiful thing ever. The sky begins to brighten, signaling the coming of dawn. See, it's the coming of dawn because, Silva's now yeah, no, I accept Rosie's love. He couldn't do it before because he had demons, you know what I mean? But, Rosie is gentle and sweet, and he's like, yeah, okay. Look. Takes your feral cat a long time to get used to enjoying pets, okay? The long night is finally ending, and the morning brings closure to the Rickardwell kidnapping incidents. The end. It's not really the end. It's not. We still have another side story, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we still have another... Yeah, because we got invites and favors, sketching or chasing... Yeah, so we've got another little side story thing, and we got to confess our feelings for Silva. So we definitely have at least one more part, maybe two, who knows. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.